everybody. I am sorry I'm late today. I'm late for everything today. I was late for chanting and now I'm late for this. I'm really sorry. I've been doing my best, but my best is not good enough today. So I thought what I would do today is I would talk about the new moon. How is everyone feeling about the new moon? Are you excited? Are you nervous? Are you optimistic? I will be doing a ceremony tonight. It actually is at 6 p.m. UK time. So it was going to be at, let's see, I think it was going to be at midday today. And then somebody pointed out to me, thank you very much, that by then the moon would have gone void of course, as indeed it has done. So I didn't want to make our new moon wishes. We had a couple of hours after the new moon. So if you made your wishes this morning, if you're in the UK, or I'm not sure exactly the times, it was a few hours. You had a few hours. So if you did them just after the moon wasn't void of course and all was well. But now the moon is void of course. And so I don't want to be doing the wishes while the moon is void of course. Hence, having rescheduled the new moon wishing ceremony for 6 p.m. tonight UK time. That's actually quite a friendly time for the USA. I'm afraid it's not very friendly for Australia this time around. I try and kind of mix it up. But I thought I would have a look at what's going on in with the new moon. I think we all know by now, but I'll just, I've got my diary here. There are literally hardly any of these copies left now on Amazon. If you don't have your copy yet, and you want one, I strongly suggest you grab it. All right, so I'm going to read from the diary, to get some light, about what this new moon is all about, okay? You may have heard this already, but now it's the day of the new moon, so it's worth repeating, okay? So first of all, the new moon took place today at 5 a.m. UK time. That was 4 p.m. Sydney time, where it's now evening. That was 9 p.m. last night, LA time. Chances of anyone being here live with us from LA are slim, unless they're having a lot of insomnia, because it's about 3:30 in the morning their time. And in New York, it took place at midnight last night, okay? So how has it all been going for you? I have been pretty good, but I've had a few little explosions in my life, and all's well, but just a few things that came up which were a bit like work things, and they seem to be sorting themselves out, but you know, there's a little bit of exploding going on, but it's a very, very powerful new moon for us to be making our wishes on tonight. So here we go. It's the new moon in Capricorn, okay? So explosive isn't a word you'd necessarily associate with Capricorn. However, this Capricorn new moon is supercharged as it's taking place next to the planet of explosions and fireworks, Pluto. So it'll be interesting to see what happens on the world stage today and over the next few days. Expect the first new moon of 2021 to pack a punch and treat it with respect. This really is a new moon to work with. In fact, all new moons are great to work with, but this one is A, coming at the start of the year when our resolutions are still high, and B, taking place near the life-changing planet Pluto. All right, so take a moment to think about this. If your life were to be transformed by the end of 2021, what would it look like? What would it look like? What would your life look like if your life were transformed? Okay, just put it in the comments now. Someone says they've been, oh my God, decluttering is just the perfect thing to do right now. Decluttering is like the number one thing to do on a really kind of basis where, you know, getting the best out of this, because Pluto actually literally is about throwing out the dead wood from our lives. I actually saw Denise Duffield Thomas If you know her, she's, she calls herself the lucky bitch. It's a funny name. She had a picture on her Facebook or Instagram showing herself decluttering. There is honestly almost nothing better than you can do today. If you do nothing else, do some decluttering, which I'm pretty sure I mentioned in here as well. What else are people saying? Anyone else got any comments? Okay, so someone's saying if my life is transformed by the end of the year, I'll be living in California. Cool. Karen will be peaceful and organised. All right. Take a moment to think about this. If your life would be to transform by the end of 2021, what would it look like? What would you have released from your life? And what would you have kept? Where in your life do you want to reinvent yourself? That's a really big thing with this new moon. How do you want to reinvent yourself? Okay? And if you've got my diary, make sure you bring it along tonight. We've got space to write the new moon wishes, which are so important to do them. And also questions to ask yourself this new moon, which kind of vibe. When I first wrote the first diary, I made all the questions that kind of went along with just the classic new moon. But what I've done in this one is all the questions are specifically geared towards what this new moon is like. Like this one happens to be conjunct Pluto, another one might be making a harmonious aspect with Jupiter or whatever. And just a reminder, I'm determined to get that. Yeah, there it is there. Just a reminder, I'm determined to get the word showing, but it's silver. There are literally a dwindling stock on Amazon. We've had a look into it. There's hardly any left now. So if you don't have the diary, grab it. There's a link below, above or below, where if you get it, you will get $245 worth of freebies, including a free ticket to my 2021 Kickstart Moon Manifesting Workshop, which will be on January 23. The only way to get it, well, I think you can buy tickets actually, but it's more expensive than the diary. So you might as well buy the diary and get the ticket free. Yep, so there we go. I'm loving all your transformation messages. So let's do a card for the new moon. So let's do a card that is about how we are going to go with the transformations we're talking about. What do we need to know? What do we need to know about the transformations? We say, oh, there we go. Hooray! Okay. Now, I want you, if I show you this card, I want you to tell me in the comments, in terms of everyone, especially anyone who's written what they want to be at the end of 2021, what transformation they will have wanted to make and what it will look like. Tell me now, what fear do you have that is holding you back? What fear do you have that is holding you back at the moment from making that transformation, if any? You may not have any fears. And I'll just say, someone's saying they didn't get their freebies for the diary. The diary freebies only come when you register your copy at the link. I really need to remember if it's above or below. At the link above or below, you have to register your copy there to get $245 worth of freebies. It's pretty easy. You go there, you just need your transaction number if you bought it online. If you don't have a receipt, scroll to the bottom, it says no receipt, no problem. And you can click there and you can go to a place which will allow you to register your copy even if you don't have a receipt. All right. Georgia May, fear of not being good enough. That's a big one. What fears will you have to release? That's what we're asking in order to make the transformation. Fear of success, love and money, says Sharon. Fear of not getting the divorce sorted out. Fear of not being enough. Okay, so now you've got the idea, okay? Now you have the idea. So guess what the card is today? Are you ready? It's the new moon in Scorpio card. Work through your fears. Work through your fears. Okay, so let me just read you from the interpretation booklet. Here we go. All right, so this is brilliant actually, because in fact, by the way, Scorpio, this is the new moon in Scorpio card, Scorpio actually goes with Pluto. All right, Pluto rules Scorpio using modern rulerships. So it's perfect for today. It's a really strong affirmation to all of us that we can make these transformations. Here we go. This card suggests a rebirth. Think of your situation as the phoenix that's rising from the ashes as the birth, death, and rebirth paradigm. That's what Scorpio energy is all about. Whatever you've been through, there is a new start ahead. It might be a little dark, all right? It almost certainly won't be rainbows and unicorns, but it will be transforming. This card also suggests that if you know you are magical, then now is the time to work your magic. So there we go. Calling it a day for now, because I feel like I have other things I'm meant to be doing and I can't remember what. I'll see you tonight for the new moon ceremony. You can register on my Facebook page, this page, go to events, register, you'll get a reminder, and I'm going to be doing it on the Hay House page. Lots of love.